Yo, welcome back everybody to WWTA News. Thank you for returning for another episode. We're going to do a quick news review for the day. We're going to get through this as smoothly and fastly as we can because, hey man, we just going through some quick news articles, seeing what's going on. So let's jump right in. We ain't going to waste no time. There's this U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission press release talking about Kraken. So we're going to get a quick rundown of what's going on with this. So Kraken is to discontinue unregistered offer and sale of crypto assets, staking as a service program, and pay 30 million to settle SEC charges. It says Washington, D.C., February 9th, 2023, the Securities and Exchange Commission today charged Payward Ventures Incorporated and Payward Trading Limited, both commonly known as Kraken, with failing to register the offer and sale of their crypto asset staking as a service program, whereby investors transfer crypto assets to Kraken for staking in exchange for advertised annual investment returns of as much as 21%. To settle the SEC's charges, the two Kraken entities agreed to immediately cease offering or selling securities through crypto asset staking services or staking programs and pay 30 million in disgorgement, prejudgment interest, and civil penalties. Now, they had the right to do that. One, operating in the United States or conducting business with United States citizens. Yeah, I'm not taking sides, but the United States has its own rules and regulations, so they were able to essentially put Kraken in their place, like they had to do Celsius and other entities that were basically holding on to your crypto and promising you that you would get a return. And so this is simple to understand. When you get or purchase stocks, shares of stocks, right? Shares of a company, right? You get their stocks. And then they promise a dividend, that's a security, right? It's an asset first, but it's which is a commodity. But then it's a security once they start promising a return. So it's a dividend yield. So there would be no confusion if we understood that. Then the second somebody says, "Oh, well, if you let me hold your assets here, I'll promise a return, a yield, a whatever the case may be, whatever choice of words, and earn a bonus, a whatever." They're promising you essentially a return on essentially an investment, right? Because I'm investing with your company because it's your company. I'm investing by allowing you to hold my money in your wallet, and you're going to promise me a return. So technically, that was automatically a security. So there was no confusion. And I know a lot of times everybody say, well, there's no clarity with the SEC and with the comp. There's no clarity. It's like there is plenty of clarity based on the clarity that exists for other things already. Like I said, you can just use stocks for example, right? It's real simple to understand. And then when you talk about assets, well, what are assets? Homes are assets. I mean, just what are assets today? And then you say, okay, well, if that's an asset, then obviously this is an asset based on the simple definition. Well, what's a security? Well, based on a simple definition. So then it's like, boom, there it is. It's nothing to misunderstand or misinterpret. So it's kind of like, expect more of this to happen. Expect it. You know what I'm saying? It's like banks were doing CDs. They would hold that money and promise you a return. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. I'm holding something and I'm promising you a return on it. So, anyways, I don't think there was too much craziness with that. I think a lot of people are just kind of like trying to, I don't know, like, it's like, what are you really doing? Again, we saw with Celsius what they were doing, which was basically holding your crypto and then promising you a return on it. And they weren't the only ones to do this. Coinbase was doing it, and they had to put a halt to that, obviously, and anybody else. either you're going to follow their rules or you're going to get sued, and that's what they do. So, whatever, no big deal there. Just a little story that just one quick review on. All right, here we have Russian government subsidizes crypto mining facility in Siberia. This one says, since the outbreak of the war in Ukraine and the financial sanctions that followed it, the Russian government has reversed its anti-crypto position, particularly on mining. In July 2022, a state-owned gas giant, Gazprom Neft, entered into a partnership with Bit River to provide it with electricity generated from petroleum gas. As part of the collaboration, Bit River started developing a digital infrastructure in the oil fields where Gazprom provides flare gas crypto mining facility. So here, looks like Russia, with all the other issues, with other nations, it looks like Russia is setting themselves up to better position themselves financially. There's a lot to gain from this. Once you're mining Bitcoin, of course, there's taxes and everything else. So there's a lot of finance to be gained from this. So it's pretty cool to see that, the whole world as we know it, they're all moving into this space. You know what I'm saying? So here you can see the Russian government is making it okay in a sense. Like, yeah, we're going to back you up. We're going to give you this discount, that discount. You know what I'm saying? We're going to look out, da. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to get our piece of the pie. Obviously, they're going to get their piece of the pie. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty interesting to see that, yes, you will see more countries, nations getting involved with crypto. I mean, come on. We've seen this over and over again. What else? There's a whale alert, right? What is this? 50 million USD were burned at the USDC Treasury. Yeah, so I kind of feel like they're talking about United States dollars being burned for United States dollar coins. And so I typed in, just go with me. I typed in USDC Treasury, and of course the first thing I see is Circle, right? And of course, discover the power of USDC and Euro coin. So of course, I clicked to see what's this big fuss, because I keep seeing USD being burned, and then the creation of USDC. So I'm just speculating here. I'm like, this must mean that they're burning dollars for USDC coin going digital. I mean, it's clearly that's what it's got to be happening, right? Which is a whole nother story in itself. So then I'm reading, it says discover the power of USDC and Euro coin. I'm like, wait a minute, they really going hard on this. So I'm like, but this is Circle, right? And I'm like, Circle going hard with the Euro coin too? Like, so you got USDC stable coin and you've got the Euro coin. If this isn't a central bank digital currency, I don't know what is, but it's a stable coin, right? Well, if this isn't a central bank digital currency, I don't know what is. You got USDC attached to the treasury, and you got a Euro coin with Circle. So if you go around this circle with Circle, it's like, are we looking at central bank digital currencies? Is that what we're looking at? I don't know. I'm posing a question because, I typed that in and it takes me to this page and I see like 4 or 5 links to go here. And I'm like, okay, well, the first 4 or 5 is trying to take me here. So I guess this is what they want me to see. So it says, of course, USDC for your business, a financial system that's always open for business. USDC and Eurocoin move at the speed and convenience of the internet, transcends borders, avoid bank hours, processing times, and costly fees. Wait, what? You know what that sounds like to me? That's right, I don't have to say it. You can say it to yourself because I can't hear you. But nonetheless, wait, what? Do that again. USDC and Eurocoin move at the speed and convenience of the internet, transcend borders, avoid bank hours, processing times, and costly fees. Build your business with digital currency and accelerate your global growth. wait, what? So I'm like, wait a minute. Then my brain starts just tinkering around, and I'm like, okay, we got the Swift system saying they're going to run with the ISO, and we know when we're talking ISOs, there's a lot of them off top. There's 7 of them that we already know of, I believe, and instantaneous transactions, right? Bank hours don't matter, right? Transcends borders, right? On demand liquidity, right? And processing times, right? Short processing times and costly fees. Like, wait a minute, what? Then I started saying to myself, oh, we really talking about, that's right, we talking about stuff like XRP, XLM, XDC. What's these other ones? Come on, Hedera, Algorand. I mean, yeah, Miota. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there saying to myself, like, oh snaps, maybe what we're looking at are central bank digital currencies, and maybe when we're looking at circles maybe the new treasury for the United States. I know that's like a lot of speculation, bro. Like, that's a lot. Like, are you sure? I'm not sure. I'm asking a question. I'm just literally asking a question. Could that be what that is? I don't know. But it is, it's like, is this the treasury for the United States, and they setting up these central bank digital currencies, and it's going to be USDC? Because this question, if you could get an answer, is going to cause a whole lot more questions to follow. So, anyways, I was looking at that and I was like, strange. But maybe we'll see going through into the future. We'll probably see a little bit more and a little bit of confirmation, on speculation. But hey, interesting nonetheless. Ask the question, right? And I'm like, oof, yeah. That's suspect to me, you know what I'm saying? All right, and I'm going to close right here. This is interesting, and this is why a lot of this stuff is happening when we see these digital currencies and whatnot. But look, it says U.S. targets Iranian petrochemicals, petroleum, and fresh sanctions. Yes. All of these countries and nations are trying to avoid sanctions, so they're moving into a digital space that's ran by artificial intelligence that's just completing contracts. No man's in there making decisions saying yay or nay. Once the contract goes in, it goes in and it gets processed. That's it. So it's like, this right here, this is what's making other countries do what they got to do. And this is why we're seeing an uptick. And remember, we're going to see, a lot more happen as we move into March. We got to get there, right? We're in February now, and we're probably going to see an uptick, an increase of nations, institutions, and banks and businesses getting more involved with this, So I don't know. Hey, man, there's a lot of stuff to think about. Like I always say, get with your family, friends, and loved ones. Have the conversation, open up dialogue, talk about this stuff, become more attuned to what's going around you, and prepare yourself for the future, because you'd hate to get left behind because you just didn't care about something or didn't think about it. You know what I'm saying? Because we all want to have a better tomorrow. And that's what it's really all about. We all really want to have a better tomorrow. So we got to plan today, think today, read today, research today, talk today, become informed today. Other than that, I'm going to close there. I'm glad you all stuck it out to the end of the video. I'll catch you all in the next episode.